Have you ever thought about partying your way to real estate success? Yes, I said partying. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris Elliott with the Elliott Real Estate Team. And in this video today, what I want to break down for you is a strategy in which you can generate more business from your sphere of influence, from your past clients, and do it in a fun, exciting way. And it's been super successful in our business. So, what are we talking about today? Today, we are talking about client events, client parties, or as we like to refer them, friends and family events, which we'll get to a little bit later. But why is this such an effective strategy? Number one, it gives us an opportunity to connect with our clients in a face-to-face environment, right? There's very few environments where we actually get to do that. And yes, you can call people. Yes, you can text them. Yes, you can DM. I would argue there's no connection like a face-to-face, belly-to-belly connection. So it just helps you deepen those relationships. Secondly, it gives you an excuse to reach out to your clients in a way that provides value to them. So as opposed to just calling them just to check in or calling them to ask for referrals, this gives you a chance to just get in touch with them, to invite them to a party, which is always a fun way to reach out, especially if you haven't talked to somebody in a while, or maybe it's not that deep of a relationship. It's a good excuse to reach out. And third, and finally, and probably most importantly, it creates reciprocity. So not only does it create stickiness with clients to where they're less likely to go to a different agent. Your friends, you're less likely to use a different agent. Maybe like a repeat client is less likely to use a different agent, but it creates that reciprocity in which they feel obligated to not only use you, but to refer you to other clients because you take such good care of them and you bring so much value to the table. So next question is, what kind of party do we throw? Now, at my team, we throw relatively big events. So we'll go out, we'll rent a venue, a brewery, a beer hall, a game place or something like that, where it's a big event. It runs us in the neighborhood of $5 to $6 grand, and it's a big thing. But here's the thing: we didn't start there, and it certainly you don't have to start there either. So a couple of other examples: you can simply do a happy hour event at a restaurant, at a bar. Tell them, hey, I've got to have an event. I'm going to have 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people there. Can you have some space set aside? Do you have a section you can set aside? And just honestly throw down your credit card for a couple hours and let your folks have some drinks on you, some hors d'oeuvres on you. Very simple. You can do an ice cream event. I was at a local ice cream shop just this past week, and an agent was doing an ice cream event. You can do a park get-together where you rent out, reserve a park, and you can bring in food, bring in drinks. You could do a private movie showing. Those are always fun, where if there's a new hot movie, be it Oppenheimer, Barbie, Batman, whatever, you want to find something family friendly, but you can literally just go out and rent the whole theater. There's a lot of movie theaters that are still hurting after COVID, and that's an option. You can do a pumpkin patch. There's a lot of different options when you really start thinking about it of what kind of event can you run. Here's some tips that I would give you as far as what kind of event or what venue that you choose. I would pick a event that is centrally located. So my office is in Glen Allen. We are in kind of the northwest corner of Metro Richmond. We don't do events typically in our corner of town because for somebody coming from Midlothian or Mechanicsville, it's a hike, right? So we try to do the events down in Richmond City. It's a kind of centrally located place for everybody to get to. I also want to have an event or a venue that people are excited to go to, whether or not they were coming to see us, right? So I try not to do a lame event where folks are like, man, I don't think I want to go to, finger painting at the playground or whatever it is, right? I want to have something people are excited to come to, because the key here is I don't want them just coming to one event. I want them coming to every single event so that I can really deepen those bonds with clients over time. I don't want them to come to a party, think it's lame, and say, hey, that was great, I appreciate it, but I don't think we want to go back to those because it was kind of lame. You want them excited to come over and over again. Now, I know what you might be thinking, man, Chris, that sounds super expensive. I don't know if I have the budget for that. Like I said, we went through some cheaper options with you, but I would also encourage you to think about getting your vendors to foot the majority, if not all, of the bill. So think about all the people that you send business to: your mortgage lender, your title company, your closing attorney, your mover, your home inspector, your stager. All these people make money from the business you're able to send them from you generating clients. So it's only right that they help participate in the marketing. Plus, you can invite them to the event. And I would encourage them to sell them on, hey, why don't you come out to the event, meet some of these people, generate some more referrals yourself for your business. So it's a very simple pitch to these vendors. Okay. Now let me give you some brass tacks before we exit here. So you want to plan this ahead of time. Optimally, you want to plan this a couple months in advance so that we have time to plan things out. Go ahead and book the venue. You're probably gonna have to put down a deposit on some type of an agreement. If you're just renting out doing happy hour at a restaurant, maybe it's not that formal, but if you're gonna book out a venue, they're gonna want you to sign a contract, okay? You're gonna wanna create an Eventbrite link, okay? This is a free link that you can send to people. They can register, they can get some information about it. Eventbrite's also gonna do some cool stuff where it's gonna remind your people when you get a little bit closer. Just create one of those. It's super easy to then text it off to your people, right? If you choose to, you can also send a postcard out to your clientele. I would recommend it. It's not a bad idea to let people know in different mediums. But here's the big one, right? The coolest thing about an event is an excuse to reach out to your database. So I want to call, text, DM everybody in my database, inviting them to this party. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we call it a friends and family party. We don't call it we used to call them client appreciation events, right? But the problem with that is it makes it then awkward to invite your sphere of influence, your neighbors, your friends, people you go to church with, people from the pool, whatever, because they're like, I'm not a client, I don't want to go to this thing. But if you call it a friends and family event, you're just inviting everybody in your sphere of influence, all of your past clients, all of your sphere, and you're opening it up to more people coming out, opening it up to potential more opportunities to do business and get referrals, right? And that way it's not awkward when you send it over to your friends. Call, text, email everybody multiple times leading up to the event, remind them of the event. And then after the event, you can call, reach out, text, DM people, thanking them for coming out. Hey, it was good to see you, Bob and Sue. Talked a little bit about you guys potentially moving. Let me know if that's something you want to explore further. So make sure we're following up with people. And then last but not least, pro tip, bring along your photographer, your videographer, document the event, get the photos, show people having fun. That stuff, that's content you can post on your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your Google My Business. But then also you're going to want to get video testimonials from your past clients at the event, right? So you finally got these people at the event. They're feeling, reciprocity is kicking in. You got a couple drinks in them maybe. And then simply asking them to, hey, would you be kind enough to do a quick little video testimonial for me with my videographer? Have some simple questions that they can answer on camera. We've even done it where we've incentivized people, maybe we have a list of 10, 15 people that we need to get testimonials from, and we'll offer, a $100 gift card to whatever restaurant, raffle for anybody that gives us a testimonial, we'll enter into the raffle. So I hope that was helpful. That was a quick crash course on client events. If there's any questions that I didn't answer, shoot me a DM, comment below, and we will see you guys on the next one.